This training lesson will cover the differences between a Pocket PC project in Visual App Builder and a regular Windows project for a desktop application created in Visual App Builder. We'll go ahead and click on the New Project button and select Windows. As you recall, in a Pocket PC project, when you first create it, one modeless window is created for you. That's called main window, and no other modeless windows are allowed in the project. All other windows must be modal dialogues within a Pocket PC project. You'll also notice that there isn't any checkboxes for project properties that we'll see in Windows that allow you to choose between SDI and various menu bar options. So we'll go ahead and select Windows, and we'll go ahead and give this this project a name, and then we'll describe a couple of these buttons here for you. SDI refers to single document interface as opposed to multiple document interface. This is a Windows concept. Generally, most of the applications that we create in Visual App Builder are database-centric applications, and therefore they are not document-driven. Multiple document interface is something such as Microsoft Word would use, where you could have multiple Word documents open at the same time within the program main window being used as a container. The single document interface, you only ever have one window open at a given time. And generally what we do is create a menu to allow the user to select between the various modeless windows that we create for the project. So we'll go ahead and select single document interface, and we'll go ahead and create a couple of modeless windows. We'll have window 1, window 2, window 3. And you'll see that the name window 1 is there to allow us to identify which window we're in. And we'll create a menu that allows us to navigate between these various windows. We'll add this window. This is the caption that will actually appear up here in the menu bar in your application as it runs. We'll go ahead and make this a static menu, so it'll automatically be added to the menu bar as soon as the application starts up. We would select pop-up menu if we wanted to have some control, and in that case we would have to manually do a set control or use the object that's related to adding menus to the menu bar in order to get it to appear. It would not automatically be added when the application first starts up. Now once we have that menu created, we can go ahead and start adding items to it. In this case we can add the text that we want to appear within the menu, but we need to have a procedure to run for each one of these menu items. In our case, the procedure that we're going to run is actually just to show the window itself. So let's go ahead and create a couple of procedures. We're using the set control property because that's the object that allows us to actually make a window come to the forefront to become the active window. We'll create one more for our third window. And we'll select window number 1 and do a show. And that's all that's really required to make that the window that's on top of all the other windows and the active window. And we'll do the same thing for windows 2 and 3. And with this done, we can go back to our menu and add a menu item called window 1, and in this case we'll execute the procedure called show window 1, which just has the one object in it, which is a set control property, which causes window 1 to be displayed. We don't need to hide any of the other windows because window 1 will actually just be moved to the top of the stack of windows that exist within the project. Now you can also add something called a separator, which basically just puts a horizontal bar between your menu items. It's good for grouping like functions together. So let's go ahead and save this. We'll create a new folder called Test PC. Call our project Test PC. And we'll go ahead and execute that. We'll run our simulator. You'll notice there aren't any windows open now, but our navigator menu has been inserted, and there's our items, our 3 items for displaying our windows along with the separator bar. If we click on window number 1, we'll notice that here's the title of our project along with the active window. And so this is how the user would actually navigate between all the windows in your project. And this is how a single document interface works. So this is really the only difference between a Pocket PC project and a Windows project, is the ability to set some of these title bar attributes and the ability to have multiple modeless windows in our application and to navigate between those different modeless windows using the menu capability. None of these are used on the Pocket PC. It's just a slightly different architecture, but otherwise the creation of all the controls, you'll notice that the toolbar for the controls is exactly the same whether it's a Pocket PC or a Windows project, and all the alignment tools are exactly the same as well.